Hey folks, Daniel Willett here at Toyota South, and today we're taking a look at the 2012 Toyota Prius. This is the third generation in the Prius family. In fact, this vehicle's been in production for over 11 years now and represents the pinnacle of hybrid technology. What we'll do is we'll take a walk around the car, I'll point out some key features and hopefully answer some questions that you may have. But let's start right here underneath the hood. The hybrid synergy drive, that's the power that drives this car. Now it runs off two engines. First, a 1.8 liter four-cylinder engine, as well as an electric engine. What you're looking at here is what's commonly mistaken for the electric engine. In fact, it's an inverter converter, and that's what helps store that power that your car is wasting when decelerating in a battery in the back, and then transforms it into useful power when needed. Those power systems are combined with an ECVT, electronically controlled continuously variable transmission. A mouthful, I know, but what it does is provide the smoothest shifting for you, as well as allow this vehicle to achieve 50 miles per gallon highway and city combined. Now, you're going to like that, I know, and your wallet's really going to like that. When I close the hood, I want you to take a second to really appreciate the styling and the attention to detail put into the front of this car. Not only do you notice aero corners, which help reduce drag, but you also notice that the front of this car is decorated with projector beam headlights, and that provides clear, brighter light that's going to help you drive this vehicle safer in low light conditions. As I step to the side of the car, of course you'll notice the iconic silhouette associated with the Prius. Now, it looks great, but again, serves a purpose. In fact, this vehicle right here, through countless man hours in developing and research, has actually allowed the vehicle to have a 0.25 coefficient drag. Now, that number may not mean a whole lot to you. I know it doesn't to me. But when you consider that it rivals a $1 million race car like the McLaren, you can really appreciate how well engineered and how easily this vehicle is able to cut through the air and really provide you those low MPGs that you're interested in. Again, another feature on the side are these stylish wheels right here. But behind these wheels, more importantly, is all-wheel disc brakes. Each disc brake is equipped with ABS technology, anti-lock braking systems, part of the standard Star Safety system that's on all these cars. Now, Star Safety is a network of systems that work together to help keep you in control of this car from the moment you start going till you come to a complete stop. ABS, for example, works in such a way that the brake pads actually pulse at about 16 times per second, allowing this vehicle to steer in an emergency braking situation. And unlike a vehicle that's unequipped with ABS, you'll be able to steer around the object you're trying to avoid instead of locking up the wheels and plowing right into it. In fact, all these safety features included in the vehicle and incorporated throughout the construction of the entire design has actually allowed this vehicle to attain the highly coveted 2012 IIHS top safety pick. We're extremely proud of that. Now, as we go into the interior, I want you to notice the highest point on this vehicle, otherwise known as the apex, is located right above where the driver is going to be sitting, and that's not by mistake. There's no need that you should have to sacrifice interior space and comfort just to achieve those miles per gallon and that efficiency that you want, and Toyota doesn't think so either. Join me as I go inside the car, jam-packed full of technology, but surprisingly still very user-friendly. I can start the car with a simple push of the button. This vehicle is now on, and you may notice a digital display that's going to tell you your miles per hour, what you have in your fuel tank, as well as this multi-informational display that's going to let you know what kind of fuel economy you're getting with an array of other information available. Touch tracer technology is incorporated in the steering wheel mounted controls, and you can see as I press them, it comes up right here, right in line, so I don't have to take my eyes very far off the road to see it and allow me to drive safer. Another thing is the navigation with Entune. Now, a lot of us know what navigation is, but you may not have heard of Entune. Entune is exclusive to Toyota, and it allows you to seamlessly use your phone with the vehicle's systems, including the audio and this display right here. Entune, it allows you to use apps such as Map, Weather, Sports, Bing. You can even stream music live, as well as, and perhaps my favorite, is this fuel prices right here. Now that's going to allow you to find the cheapest fuel prices in your area, and with the press of a button, the vehicle's navigation system will direct you to that gas station. Another thing here, a very unconventional style shift knob, in fact more like a joystick. Now it works just by over and up for reverse, over and down for drive, and a press of a button for park. This B, you're probably asking yourself, well, what does that do? Well, I'll tell you, the B is much like a low gear and automatic transmission, a standard automatic transmission, except for in this case, if you're driving in some sort of mountainous area and you need the engine to help brake your car, it's actually going to provide more energy to the car's electric system. So that's just an added advantage of that. Another question that a lot of people have about this car is, what kind of power am I going to be able to get out of it? And these buttons right here are going to largely dictate that. You have three different modes to drive this vehicle in: EV,
meaning electric vehicles will allow you to drive this car about a mile without the use of the gas combustion engine at low speeds. Another is the eco mode. Now that's going to optimize your fuel efficiency. The last one, and perhaps my favorite because I'm one of those drivers with a heavy foot, is your power mode. What that's going to do is increase throttle response, allowing this vehicle to travel up to about 60 miles an hour in around 9.8 seconds, so plenty of get up and go when you need it. You also have the Softex trim interior comparable to leather, half the weight though, and in fact produces 99% less volatile compounds than your standard synthetic leather. Now I'm about 6 foot tall, and I got in the front very comfortably, and in the back seat you'll notice plenty of space. Actually the front has about as much space as a Toyota Camry, and the rear has about as much space as a Toyota Corolla. Also a 60-40 rear split in the back allows you some extra storage room. In fact, you can even put a 6-foot ladder in the back if you have to, maybe doing some home renovations. As I walk around to the back of the vehicle, my favorite part, the LED taillights. Latest and greatest technology in taillights. This right here is brighter, it's cooler, and it's also safer than your standard taillight. And I'll tell you why. 0.5 seconds faster than your average taillight. And that may not seem like a lot, but when you consider traveling at 50 miles per hour, that's actually going to provide the person behind you an additional 10 feet of stopping space, then you really begin to appreciate it. As I lift the back here, you'll notice plenty of clearance right here. The last thing you want when loading up groceries is to have a liftgate right in your face. Plenty of storage in the back. There's also an area back here for some, maybe you put a laptop or briefcase perhaps, and keep out of the sight of people passing by. So you notice this vehicle is very well equipped, offering a number of different trim levels and different options. There's a C for a more compact size, a V for a larger size, all of those well suited for your needs. And let me tell you this, before you go and get your next car, don't just settle, get behind the wheel of any vehicle and drive. Steer the future in a new 2012 Toyota Prius.